we only ran a minute late. Welcome everyone into Comic Book Women. The girls and I are very, very excited about tonight's topic. Before we get to that, quick thank you to Cover Price, our sponsors. They provide all the information we're going to be using for the report tonight. And a quick shout out to Bird City Comics, our sponsored retailers. About 37 minutes ago, we launched a new Coco Aspen Vampirella versus Red Sonja book, and it's stunning if you are a fan of hers or theirs.
There's only a few left on the site from what I like literally just checked before we got on here, and the medals are almost gone too. So
the medals in person for the last ones were just
so beautiful,
amazing. So make sure you guys check that out. All right,
tonight, real quick, let's howl for.
Are we howling again? Is that
the whole month? The whole month.
Okay. All right. The whole month. Okay.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Oh! Thank you, Limesh. That actually helps. Tonight we are talking about Elsa Bloodstone. So we're just going to jump right into it. Hold on, let me fix this order up real quick. Jen, why did we choose this topic?
Because of Werewolf by Night.
Yeah.
What did you guys all think of that?
Amazing. I loved it.
I watched it twice already. It was so good.
Mm-hmm. I liked it. I think the length of it was a little bit like I had to get used to the idea of it not being a TV show, not being a movie, and kind of set my expectations to that. But there's so much potential there too. There's a lot that they can build off of.
Man-Thing was cute.
So cute. He was like that one cover that we showed, the one where we were like, Man-Thing looks so adorable. And then they made him that. And I was just so happy.
Lucy, never, sorry, you have the baby. I forgot. Don't ask you.
No, just I can say real quick. I love the show. It was amazing. And I wish it was more. But then, like I was telling you guys, that I'm glad it was only just one thing. So if they would have kept going, I'm scared if they would have messed it up or something. So it was just perfect as it was, and it left me wanting more, which I liked.
Well said. And she's an amazing actress. I only knew her from Outlander.
Yep, you're right. Laura Donnelly is her name. The last show I saw her on, and I loved it, was The Nevers. It's on HBO Max.
Yes. I've seen not all of it, but I've seen a bit of it, and yeah, she's great.
Yeah, and unfortunately, due to Joss Whedon was the writers, and they canceled it due to the whole Joss Whedon debacle. So I'm sad because it was such a great show.
Well, there you go.
Okay.
So, guys,
one more time. Sorry. One more time. 1, 2, 3.
Oh! That is therapeutic, guys. Does that just make you feel better? It's loosening me up too. If you're just joining, we are covering Elsa Bloodstone because Werewolf by Night got released, and we're all fans. I think it's unanimous across the panel that it's definitely something you guys want to watch. They do kind of keep to that old school horror with the coloring and the cinematography, so definitely recommend checking it out. First book. We did stats.
Yay!
I didn't know we did stats. First book, our first name. So Elsa Bloodstone, aka Ellie. I told Ellie that too. And I'm like, and she's played by Laura. Jen, you want to cover powers?
So there's a few more, but we left them off. But not immune to vampire bites. It's said that she has some residual Bloodstone powers because of her father. And then she's prominent in martial arts, and she's access to occult books and magical artifacts. There's a list, so we just keep it there. And then with the Bloodstone, which is why it's in red, superhuman strength, agility, and regeneration.
Perfect. Sarah, you handle stats?
Yeah. So we got an intelligence of medium. We've got a speed of low. We have a strength of medium, disability medium. Or I'm sorry, not disability, durability. Durability of medium. And skills medium.
So pretty medium across the board. She's like a C student.
Yeah. And we kept the card stats. So this is from, again, the trading cards that have the power stats in the back. And this is the number of what it said on there. It's from 1 to 7.
No, I love this. I miss that we did it or didn't have it the last show because it's such a good way for anybody out there who's not familiar with the character. Here's a very cool little breakdown of what she can do and where she ranks among other superheroes. Book number 1, Jen, what do we got?
So this is Marvel Presents number 1. Oh, the creators are Dan Abbott, Andy Lanning, and Michael Lopez.
Yep, you got it.
Cool. I was like, oh. And I cannot find the date for this one because I did not write it down. But this is the first appearance of Ulysses and of the Bloodstone. They did do a retcon that predates this, but we're just sticking to this.
Okay, this was 1975.
Okay, cool.
There you go. Sarah?
Cool. Yeah. So this is the first appearance of Ulysses Bloodstone. His origin's really interesting. So he's actually a caveman. And so around, was it 10,000 years ago? 10,000 years ago, the blood, now I've seen Bloodstone, blood gem, came down as a meteorite. And long story short, he got attached to it. But what's cool is that this Bloodstone gives him both immortality and he's able to regenerate. So like if you cut off his arm, he grows it back like a lizard.
Ooh.
Sorry, that comment, I definitely got that vibe. Vandal Savage from DC.
I thought it was be something about growing something back. I'm like,
Yeah.
let's not focus on those comments,
I guess
Jen.
the other thing is that he also can grow an invisible third eye, and that gives him psychic powers. So he's got all sort of kooky. He's not a great guy, by the way.
Yeah, didn't strike me as much.
Yeah.
I really love the like white backdrop though, and like the Bloodstone topography for this. I like this cover a lot. I think it's super fun. And we're seeing this one on a bit of an upward trend. The last recorded value for a raw is like about $50, so pretty affordable. And the most common slab for about $9.6 to $48. So not terrible for a first for like the origin.
Wouldn't you totally buy this right now though, Haley, if you could find one?
Oh, absolutely. I
would
really
too.
like this cover. I think
Yeah,
it's really fun.
And it has so much potential to keep growing. I'm not telling you guys to buy it, but I definitely would if I could come across it. Oh, heroes, I'm sorry. I was only there on Friday. To be fair, Anthony was there the full time. I went to the Met.
Ready?
Oh, yeah.
1,
Yeah.
2, 3.
And about this book too, we covered it, Laura. When we did that Marvel horror show
Right.
on Flipside, March 15th, and so we probably should have bought it when we did the show.
What was it at then?
I think the raw was sitting around like $11-12.
Oh wow.
And then like a 4.0 was 27, and then a 9.4 was 169. March 15th. Is that crazy? Like between then and now?
And it's probably going to keep going up. I would imagine this is not where it's stopping right now.
Well, look what Lord's TiVo said that the Lord's auction on Saturday might have a couple of these for sale. So that would be a good time to grab it if you're looking for one of these. Mm-hmm. All right, moving on. Next up, what do we got here?
So I know some people hate previews. And actually on the next slide is the 2 pages inside. But this is from 2001. It's a con preview, and it has a bunch of books, and one of them is Bloodstone number 1. And yeah, it's a preview. So yay.
Just this comment. Nelvis Eat puts, thanks to your show, I bought a 9.8 for $10. So he did buy one back in the day.
Wow.
Good.
Yay!
Like to hear it. Okay, sorry, continue.
So yeah, I know you guys are like previews, right? Like, if you see it for cheap.
Yeah, if you see it for
Yeah.
cheap, then totally, 100%. I would do that. But yeah, Sarah?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I go hunt for previews, but if it's got the first edition or first Bloodstone in it, I guess. I don't know. I'm not digging on these covers.
Can we click to the next slide just so you guys can see it and see if you are yay or nay? So
There's the interior.
all right, it's resolved.
Yes, I thought it was Walking Dead at first when you first sent it. I
Yeah.
thought it was a Walking Dead.
Oh, it does. Yeah. So there's the interior. So does that change your mind at all, Sarah? Does that change
Yes,
your-
yes. That
but you don't get a first
changes
name. You say it says Bloodstone and the daughter. You don't get Elsa.
it. Ooh.
Mystery.
Oh, and she's right there.
Mhm.
Nice. Yeah, I do like this art. This is really cool. I like it. All right, change my mind.
If it was
Now I'll go find
$1.
it. If it was $1, yes. That's it. No more, no less.
We converted you. Haley,
Yeah.
what about, like, let's look at this. What's this going for?
Yeah, so we see the last recorded sale of $20, a little bit on a downward trend, most commonly seen for about $13. I don't know that I would be spending that much for this. Even seeing the interiors, I am not like really impressed by it. And Lord of Brooklyn, I did watch Werewolf by Night twice, so loved it. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not convinced. I mean, I think it just depends. Previews again on the fence.
What was
You
that previews book that everybody? What was it, Jen? There's one character on a preview book.
There's a couple of
What's one I'm
previews that
thinking? Read my mind. The one that I went back and forth with Ben on.
was it a recent one or
Wasn't there a Miss Marvel one, or am I making that
No,
up?
It was a while ago. Miss Marvel. I don't know.
Or am I lying? I'm probably
I
making
know there's
that
like a
up.
Miles one.
It wasn't Miles. It'll come to me. Guys, if you are just joining, we are covering Elsa Bloodstone tonight. We're not doing any spoilers on the show, so no worries if you haven't watched it yet. All we had to say was that it was worth watching for sure.
Yeah.
Across the board, we all agree. So that's it. All right, next up, this is one that I think we all know. Now, I'm also curious, Jen, if we have any of the stats for how this price fluctuated since the last time we had it on our list.
Yes.
All right. Well, first tell us about it.
Okay, so this is Bloodstone number 1 from 2001. And I think Sarah has the why they made Bloodstone, Elsa?
Oh, I don't have the why. I just have like all the bad, horrible stories.
Oh.
She got it. So, yeah, I don't know why they made her.
So Tomb Raider was really popular around this time, and
Nice.
this same kind of like adventure, like female, and so Marvel didn't have one. Bloodstone was being unused. Like, what do you do? This.
Bloodstone booty. I like that. That's so true.
I know it's a really interesting cover. Like it's her like
No.
booties out. Like what I find interesting. So this is a 4-issue series. I like the cover because the Bloodstone is like, if you look between the title Bloodstone, it's like sticking in his mouth, which I don't know why I find that's cool. So this is why Ulysses is such a horrible father. So when Elsa was a baby, he had her fight a blight beast, and then to remove her weakness, he threw her to sharks. So not such a great.
That was crazy. I was looking at that. I was like, what the hell? That is crazy.
Right? And Mariah agrees. But yeah, and this issue, this is where she her dad has passed away. Her mom has called her to the Bloodstone Manor. And she finds a hidden passageway in which she finds the choker that has the bloodstone in it, and there's also a magic lamp too. So, right, tough love. I don't know if my mom would be like, tough love, I'm gonna throw you to the sharks. I don't know. But, so yeah, you kind of have this like, the story of the bloodstone and how Elsa obtains it in this issue. So.
Ninth Wonder's comment. I feel like this book is slept on despite having a fairly steep price tag for high grade raws. I think it's gaining more and more traction. Before we get to the current pricing, do we remember what it was at, Jen, when we did this?
So it's gone down, and I wonder if it's because people were I heard like rumblings of she doesn't have red hair or blonde hair. Like, what's going on? Why is she like a brunette? And I wonder if people are just like at that point, but I wonder if it'll go back up. But so in March 15th of this year, a 9.6 sold for $420.75. A 9.8 sold for $930, and then a raw sold for $269.
Wow. Okay. So yeah, that's interesting. I would have expected it to at least stay consistent, but maybe we'll see. The blonde hair does throw you off a little bit.
Definitely. I feel like with that, I'm not super surprised, because if you're really like digging the like MCU like Elsa, then like this maybe doesn't do it for you, or like if this is like why you're buying it. Because we're seeing like the most common slap for about $680, and you said right a few months ago was almost going for about like $900. And so we're definitely seeing it a bit on a downward trend. I also, this cover can't like, I just feel like her pants are about to be off. Like in 2 seconds, I turn the page and it's like actually a centerfold. So
super low rise jeans, super low rise. We've all had these pants though, right? When you bend over and it's
absolutely
like
not, never in my life.
You've never worn like super
ones.
I know.
I didn't either.
I've always been a very no, never mind.
What?
No, I was just gonna say I'm like too curvy for like low rise. Like that would just never.
That's the point of low rise. It kind of puts. But yeah. Oh, and guys, really quickly, I got to meet Latasha in New York, and
I'm
so
so jelly.
She is so sweet, even better in person. So Latasha, hi!
Aww.
Thank you for stopping by and saying hi to me. It was good to see you. Anyways, all right, let's keep moving. Haley body shaming Elsa.
No! Placed the bridge in the wrong part. Like, what is that about? Like, take that bridge off.
I just feel like whatever. Anyways, next slide.
Next slide. Let's keep going.
Oh,
all right,
wow.
this is a packed slide.
There you go.
We got blondes and all kinds of stuff happening here. Jen, tell us about it.
So it's always interesting to see second, third, and fourth appearance. And it's the 4 of the first series. And so this is more, so when you're digging and you see these, I think number 1s have been picked over, but you might come across one of these for a better price than what you're seeing.
So the number 1 was from 2001. These are 2002. Like in unison, well, not in unison. One's January, one's February, then it skips to April before you saw the number 4. But yeah, very cool. Sarah?
Yeah. So the second cover, or the number 2 is, I found it interesting. Like Haley is gonna like flip because like you can't see, but there's like a circle of a wolf, and it's like right near her butt cheek, and it looks like it's like biting her butt cheek. I don't know why. But what I found interesting was number 4 actually establishes that there are 2 types of vampires. So you have like your traditional where you get bit, you turn into a vampire, and or where you're born into becoming a vampire like Blade. And that's where this comes from. So they're connecting this because this came out 2002. Blade was in 98, so they are connecting these tropes of there's 2 types of vampires. So that was cool.
Yeah, I like the art too. That was Michael Lopez on that one.
Very Indiana Jones.
Or Tomb Raider vibes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, the very last one is like a homage to
Raiders.
Jones.
Yeah. What is on the first one to all the way like number 2, they have like a mini her with her leg coming up. I have questions, but anyways, for the most part we're seeing these a bit on a downward trend, but the number 3 is a little bit like on an upward trend, going for about $80 is the last recorded sale value for a raw. So I feel like if you could find these for cheap, then they might be worthwhile. I'm not sure. I'm just not a huge fan. So that is a very personally driven comment. they're ranging from about 100 to 250, like 9.8 slabs, with the Indiana Jones homage going for the most. So,
which
not
is also the
surprising.
rarest. So you have number
Yeah.
2 coming in at 27,000 copies were ordered. Number 3 went down to 24,000. And then number 4, the one that we like the most, actually, there's only a little over 18,000 printed or ordered by retailers for those. So the scarcity kind of continues across the board.
I the number 1, like you said, Haley. Like I mean, number 2, no, issue number 2. It's like so plastic. Like she got some Botox. I don't know, those injections on the
Lip
lip.
fillers.
Yeah, lip fillers, boobies. Like
I am not
yeah,
impressed.
that leg. Yeah, like hello, boys. I don't know. That's all I can hear from that. Real quick, I want to say a little shout out to Major and thank you. He sent me a little package that I will open soon. But thank you so much for this. And I know he was sending it to a few people, so thank you.
That's very kind. Guys, yeah, we definitely appreciate all the support. The super chats mean the world to us. All those little tiny gestures, like not tiny gestures, but the small gestures always mean the world to us too. So thank you guys. Next slide. What do we have here, Jen?
So this is another one. This is the last one of the 22 comics that we're covering tonight. That the handbook, the Marvel Universe handbook, is one that we covered 6 months ago, March 15th. Around that, like back then, it was going for $1 to $5.
Wow.
Yeah. But it's a really good reference guide, which is why it was included on the Marvel horror thing. And then the Marvel Monsters. So these both books are from 2005. And the Marvel Monsters Elsa is narrating it. So it's also a good reference guide. And you're getting like their take in like a blog form.
Really quickly, again, Cal L came up at the con and handed me an envelope and it said super chat on it. So I thought I was like just supposed to hold it up like as a sign, like super chat, you know? And I'm like, oh, thank you. That's so nice. And he's like, yeah, I want to support the channel and you and the girls, and really, really nice. And he walks away and I'm like fanning myself. And then there's money in the envelope. It was an actual super chat, a physical super chat.
Okay, well, we have to a little howl for him then.
We have to howl for him.
Yeah.
That was like incredible.
1, 2, 3. That is so awesome. Like personal, like it was in person. That's awesome.
Yeah, he handed me like
Cal.
a literal super chat, and I just thought that was so cool. I've never had that happen before, so thank you. That made my day. Sorry. There you go. Sarah, you're up.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I love these handbooks. I love because it gives you like the stats, the breakdown, what their origins. Marvel Monsters, like Jen said, it is a blog form, notes, journals about all types of monsters. I see Latasha's already mentioned from Devil Dinosaur and Moon Boy to Fing Fang Foom and to Groot. So it's all these different monsters in this like blog form. And I was doing my research and it said that all this information is continuity. So it's all canon in here. So pretty cool. Something cool to pick up.
That's awesome. I really love handbooks too. If I saw this out, either of these probably out in the wild, I'd pick them up. And we're seeing last recorded sale for the handbook going to about $30, which is super crazy considering, Jen, when you guys had first covered it, it was going for about like $1. So if you can still find these somewhere in like the back issue bins, like definitely snag it. And we're seeing the Marvel Monsters definitely still on the really affordable, like $6, $7 range.
We need to start following our own advice, Jen.
I thought I had time. Yeah, I thought I had time. I looked at the price and I was like, oh man.
This is pretty cool. I really like the handbooks. like you said, you guys were saying, like, especially like if you don't know some of the characters, it's always nice to go back and to look at, kind of like the stats too, right? Like in all that stuff. So that's pretty cool. And I like that cover of. I wish it was a little bit better, but I like it. I appreciate.
I think Marvel's due to read the 2005. Like some of these handbooks can be redone with new art, and there's more, some more characters. They should, same thing with Pet Avengers needs to be updated because of all the new animals in the Marvel universe.
Yeah, we always stress we're not a spec channel. We're just giving you guys some information, and you can do what you want to with it, and that's that.
Well, the thing is, because there's such a cool covers and everything, like, there's such a cool books that, like, I feel that people see that they're buying them, so they kind of go up maybe a little bit, not because of, a spec, but because they're cool. Yeah,
This one's a cool one too. I like that you include this. Jen, tell us about it.
So this is Nextwave Agents of Hate from 2006. And I will let Sarah
elaborate.
I didn't go into too much information because I know it's kind of some sensitive information. So this is actually the first return of Elsa Bloodstone. It's interesting because she's in this group with Monica Rambeau. So now we have two of these members. They're members of, what are they called? Agents of Hate, highest anti-terrorism effort. Yeah. So now we have two of these, this group into the MCU. And it's interesting is that she's supposed to be fighting terrorism per this organization. Well, the organization is actually being funded by terrorists. So, but there's some kind of crazy information. I'll let you guys read it if you want to pick it up. But otherwise, this is the first return of Elsa.
With red hair, too. This is the first time we see her with red hair. So that's,
yes.
If you guys are fans of the redhead versus the blonde, this is your first redhead.
I really like this cover. I'm really intrigued by this. We're seeing it on a very small downward trend, but it's still going for a raw of about $50, a near mint raw almost like $76, and a 9.8 for $488, almost $500. That's crazy. But I really, really like this cover. So I feel like I could be compelled. I don't know that I'd spend $50 on it, but I would. Well,
if you're lucky, every now and then, I've been next to people that have gotten it for $4 to $5.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, see, if I found that, like, I'm absolutely buying. I honestly would probably pay about like 10 to 15 on this.
Or you could go for the director's cut. That one's less expensive. It's the same color cover with just different coloring. Like the characters are black and white with a red background, but it has additional material in it too. So it's kind of like
so cool. I didn't know that there was a director's cut of this.
Yeah,
I want to see that now.
I would think that one would be more expensive just because it has the additional script and some extra sketches and stuff included in it, but maybe people just aren't familiar. So if you're out in the wild and you find this exact cover but with a red background and black and white characters, it would be worth picking up.
I want it now.
Well, Letitia has a few of them available.
Hey,
hey,
DM me.
I like this cover. It's cool, and like you guys said, like with her red hair, she went a little rebel in color her hair. I like this again for the price, but it's cool. Is this like a one out of like a ratio or anything like that, or just a regular?
Just regular.
Huh. Okay. Interesting. Okay.
Wait, I went previous slide. Next up, here we go.
This is Marvel Assistant Sized Spectacular #2 from 2009. I've never come across this in the wild, only #1. This is always missing. And most people are going after this because it's Galactus's daughter.
Galactica.
Yeah.
I think it's Galactica. Yeah, there you go.
But this is also, you see Elsa's story get retconned, like redesigned. I don't know, like what you would call it.
It's considered an origin, isn't it?
Yeah.
This was an origin story.
Yeah, they
Like
did,
retelling her story, right? To kind of retelling her story.
well, they kind of like changed it a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But yeah.
Yeah, I think this is cool. Yeah, Jen hit it on the head. Yeah, this is kind of like a one-shot story for Elsa. Yeah, I think it's a really cool cover, especially with you got Galactica on the cover as well, and Elsa has red hair. So
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of this cover, but we are seeing it go for about $45. But if you could get it for about $32 or a little bit less for a near mint, grab it.
You would definitely want, if this is a character you're interested in, like Jen was saying, there was under 8,000 copies of this sold. So this is a difficult one to find. I've also never seen it out in the wild. And I think that if you are trying to get part 1 and part 2, if you even find, I would even buy a beat up copy if I could just have it as a placeholder.
You know, I think I only like this cover because of Galacta. Like, she looks pretty cool. I like her outfit, but then I think I also feel like she kind of looks like oh my god, I forgot her name, from DC. I like her. Oh
From
my
DC.
goodness,
So
from
is it
DC.
Big Barda?
No. I guess it little makes with Big Barda. No, but she's purple like that. It's almost Huntress.
Oh.
At first, it took me like when you changed the image, I was like, and then I saw like, I'm like, wait, that kind of looks like Galactus, but I think I like her outfit. I like her. I don't like how Elsa, her boobs are like way up there. I don't know. But I don't know. I like it, but I don't, and I would like to read it.
I think it's not so much a cover buy, which is what we're kind of used to. It's more of you're getting a really cool story. You're getting some good first appearances, and there's more to it. So I would pick it up for me, not for the cover, just because of the content.
Oh my god, Chad!
I know Chad's over in the chat here, and I'm trying not to turn bright red, and they're just Chad-tastic. Next up, ooh, okay.
So this is Wolverine number 315 from 2012. This is a Mike Del Mundo cover. And there's so many. Elsa appears in so many different comics, so we couldn't cover them all, but figured this is, she's with Wolverine from 314 to 317 for the complete story. But this 315 is the only cover that she's on with like on it. So yeah.
I would totally, I don't really have any info on this book, but I thought it was a really cool cover. I just, and the fact that she's teamed up with Wolverine, anytime you team up with Wolverine, it's, it's going to be an awesome book. So, but I really like this cover. I really like how the branches make the face. I
just noticed that. I was like, wait a minute. I was like, wait, that looks like eyes. And then I was like, wait, that's the face.
Right?
Yeah.
Totally would get this.
Yeah, I mean, it's going for about like $2 too on top of it. So it's definitely not anything incredibly expensive. Definitely worth the pickup for nothing else, like a cover buy. This is gorgeous. And then just like the story sounds really cool. Like Sarah was saying, like a team up with Wolverine. Like I'm always here for that. I love Wolverine. So
yeah, I agree. That I really like this cover. Who's the artist? Do you guys happen to know?
Del Mundo.
Okay, for a second I thought it was Peach Momoko, but then I was looking at them, and then it's like it's not. But I don't think she was around that much around that time, right? So no.
Yeah, I like this too, that you included something that's affordable. You can still go out there and draw it or grab it. I really wish they would stop putting that purchase includes free digital copy offer on the front of the books. Put that on the back. Like lately, even novels, you're seeing like the Netflix logo for novels that have been optioned, like stamped into the front of the covers, and it drives me nuts. I want to show you guys something really quick. We have somebody in the chat that likes to create I don't know, versions of us as characters. So here's the newest one.
Oh my god, that's so fun. You didn't send me the one from last week.
Oh my god.
Send
I want
it to
that.
me. I need to
That
post
is
them.
hilarious.
Yeah, I like that. It's like, hey, I got a free booty in this and I didn't have to do anything for it. I'll take it. Yeah, Lucy, I think what I'm going to do is wait till the end of the year, though. So that way BB has time. And I want to do like a cumulation of all of them that he's given us. And we'll do like a reel. So we got to get some Sarah, Haley, and Lucy versions going too.
Oh, yes.
It's
Here for
happening. It's happening. I think that's so funny.
Oh
All
my
right.
god, yes. I want to see one of me.
You could be Wonder Woman, Lucy.
Okay.
All right. Ooh, Marvel Zombies. Perfect for this time of year. What do we got?
Real quick, hi to Great Legend. Saw that he commented earlier. So this is Marvel Zombies from, oh my god, I'm blanking.
What, on the year?
2000, huh?
On the year?
Yeah, I'm blanking on the year.
2011. I'll check. You keep going.
Oh my god, I agree. Yes, well, let's make those a calendar.
It's 2015. Oh yeah, it would be a really cool calendar. So this is Marvel Zombies from 2015. This is number 1. Oh, hang on. Number 1 is on. Oh shoot.
Yeah, it's on the.
So number 1 says Battle World above it,
Yes.
and then it goes for the price that's on top. And then the left one that you see is Greg Land. That's one for 25, and it goes for the more expensive one on the bottom.
So just switch the images, guys. That's our bet. Just switch the images, and there you go. Easy.
Yeah, and this is a really cool story too. We now have Commander Bloodstone, and she is stationed at S.H.I.E.L.D., and her task is to keep the hordes of zombies away from Battle World. And then it's kind of cool because there's a small girl that she ends up saving from zombie Juggernaut, and she calls the girl Shut Up. That's the girl's name. Shut Up.
I like it.
So we're seeing both of these with Elsa on the cover on a upward trend. I think these covers are super fun, but we're seeing the one that is a ratio going for about $171. I think that's graded for a 9.6. Me getting closer to the screen, can I read it? And the one that is not a ratio going for about $16. So definitely really affordable, still getting that kind of like gruesome cover with the zombies. Perfect for the spooky season. Though I will say I've read Marvel Zombies, and I don't like love the writing of it, to be quite honest. The content itself is a little questionable.
Did it feel like rush or push or how?
So Marvel Zombies like Resurrection was really well written. Like that was a really good one, but the Marvel Zombies were like it just felt very surprisingly very plotless and like just a lot of like weird character development, and it just wasn't very good in my opinion. But which was so sad because I know that like they had some pretty good writers on it, so that was a little surprising. But these covers are really, really cool, and I have a few. All that is to say, I do have some Marvel Zombie covers.
Hit some, you down. Some of them hit, some of them down.
Yeah.
Yeah. I really like the covers, so I think maybe like if I would have picked these up, will be mostly for the covers probably. I like how Elsa looks here.
She looks awesome.
Yeah, and that teal on the red, I'm a huge fan of that. It reminds me of that Stephanie Hahn's cover, the Black Widow, the smoking gun, when she has the teal and the red together. I just think it looks so good. So, okay, very good. Moving on.
So same series, same set. This is the I think it's 1 of 15. But so what's unfortunate, if you're going quickly through the specs and you see Marvel Zombies and you see what you see on the left hand side, you might miss that it's Elsa just ant-sized, because this is the Jerome Opeña ant-sized variant. On the back, though, if you flip it over, take it out of the back and board, you'll get what you see on the right hand side.
The full image. That's pretty badass. What do you think, Sarah?
It kind of reminds me of like Grover, when he's like near, far. And that's what I thought about this cover.
That was a yes, perfect. Near, far.
I love that. I think this cover is super fun. We're seeing it go for last recorded sale value of $55, a bit on a downward trend, but I feel like this is super fun. Like I love little covers that, like, if you also flip it to the back, either they're wraparound or there's something going on. So it just feels pretty engaging. And yeah, I like it.
Yeah, fun cover. And there's like, I like this that it's so much you can do if you get them like for remarks or anything like that. There's so much like fun you can do with this. I like it.
That's a good point, because it's not just a blank. It gives the artist at least a starting point to kind of use their imagination and build something off of that.
Or you can use different artists for this. It cannot be just one artist. If you go with multiple artists and they kind of work like to work it together. Ooh, I like that.
I like it too. Very good. All right. Sarah's too pure for horror.
Am I? See, that's
No,
dangerous.
you don't know her. You don't know her.
Right.
Mm.
That's
Alright.
dangerous.
Jen, I have a question. I don't know if you're going to know the answer to this, but I'm going to ask you anyway, because you might. Can you slab a book but not show like flip it over? Like, could I slab the back of this book versus the front if I just wanted it as like a character piece?
I kind of wondered if you could write CGC and ask that, because you've seen them accidentally slap something upside down, but maybe the person wanted that.
Yeah.
They wanted that, right?
Upside down. That's another good one. Like, because like we were talking about the Spawn cover on the Cover Price show, there's a upside down version of it, and I'm curious how much liberty you're allowed to take when you have something slabbed. If you can say, put this upside down, put the back cover on the front, whatever.
Try.
Oh, there you go. You said you have to request it, but it's up to them to do it. So, all right. Ooh, what do we have here?
This is Monsters Unleashed #3, the Future Fight Ji Hun Lee variant, the one for 25 from 2017.
I like this cover. I really I don't have any cool information on it, but I just thought it was. I'm sorry, I'm a redhead. I'm prone to redhead characters. And I kind of like this cover. I like the action cover. I think it's really well done.
I disagree. She needs to be blonde.
That was fighting words.
We're seeing this one, like, definitely it's on the higher end, with like a near mint going for $250 and a 9.8 going for almost like $450. So definitely probably not something you're going to find in the wild, but the last recorded raw was $190. So maybe if you could get a raw and then slab it, might be worthwhile, considering they're going for a decent amount.
So you said that this one was a ratio, right? Yeah. I like it. I feel like I did see this one, but I can't remember. I really like a lot of the Monsters Unleashed covers are really nice, and this one's good. Like Sarah said, like kind of like she's an action. I like the thing kind of flowing and everything going crazy in the back. I like it. Next cover.
Like her, I actually thought Haley was gonna be like, no, she needs to be brunette, because that would have made sense.
I mean, she is in the MCU, and I'm not mad about it.
cover each of the hair tones there. I do wish this was a virgin though. Take the trade off.
And with the multiverse, I think it'd be interesting if we got all three.
Ooh, that'd be a cool cover. Bird City would be all over that. We'll make a blonde.
We should all just go to a con and then cosplay her.
That's the other thing with New York. Oh, I'm not talking about New York, but there wasn't a lot of cosplayers. Like, there were some, but not like as many as I was expecting, I guess.
Yeah, save that for Freddie.
Yeah, not talking about it. Next, here we go.
So I think someone in chat kept bringing up the one on the right, but this is Deadpool #1 from 2019. These are just different. There's so many variants for that 2019 one. The one on the left is Greg Land. The one on the right is John Tyler Christopher.
I love these covers. I love the the copper top, with Jeff the Land Shark. Is that Jeff the Land Shark? Yep. And these books are cool because at one time Deadpool and Elsa were dating. So kind of cool. So I really love these color covers. I can't talk today.
I'm with Sarah on this. I love both of these, and I want both of them. And lucky for me, the one on the left is going for about $5 right now, so it should be easy to find or pick up. The one on the right with Jeff, I love it so much. Is going for about $54. A near mint we've seen for raw about $95, so definitely on the higher ends. But you get Jeff on the cover, so worth it, at least to me.
So out here because Trish loves that. Where's Trish? Are you still there?
I love Jeff so freaking much. I just any covers that he's on, I want.
It's so cute. It's so cute.
There's a lot coming out soon too.
Yeah.
I know. I'm so excited.
Yeah. I love both of the covers too. I really, really love her dress. It's pretty cool. Very 40s kind of, or what, the dress that she's wearing.
Yeah.
I like it. I really like it. And then the one on the right, it's a cover swipe, right? Or a homage.
Copper tone. Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I really like it. I like both of them. And if I find them for $5, maybe I'll take it.
You were just pointing out that Ben Stein collects the suntan lotion homage covers, and that's another niche market for any of you out there that want to make.
So interesting that there's
there's several of those.
Really?
Wow. There's a lot.
There's a lot. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's a lot of them. It's a fun thing to collect too. It just makes it like you're really, really hunting when you're out there looking through stuff. And for cover buys, why not? Was that our last slide, Jen?
Nope.
No, wait, we have one more.
No, there's 15 slides. So
okay, yeah, we're almost done.
3 more, yeah. So this is a Deadpool number 2 from 2020. It's the one for 25, Mirka and Dalfo.
Oh my god! This book, I swear, I saw it. It was I don't think they knew it was 125. I remember seeing it for cover price, and I grabbed it and I had it in my hand, and then I put it back. And I grabbed it because I thought it was such a cool cover, and I put it back.
No.
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
Damn.
Yeah, I'd pick this up all day too. I love Mirka and Dolfo. I love all her art. I love all her writings. Didn't know she did a Deadpool cover, so I'm definitely gonna try to find this for cheap, hopefully.
This is awesome. And yeah, trying to find this for cheap. We're seeing most common raws go for $177 with the last recorded value of $93. A little bit on a downward trend, but still kind of pricey. But this cover is so fun. I personally just really love Deadpool covers because I feel like they always have so much fun with all the other characters that they add to it. So, and Aaron's saying it's hard to find, which isn't
Dang it.
surprising.
Oh, I kicked myself in the head.
Really hard to find. And Mirka is amazing. We should spotlight her on one of our shows here
so
soon.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
So good.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just staring at it. Anything to add to that, Lucy? You're just kicking yourself over there?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm in.
All right. Here we go. Nakayama.
Mm-hmm.
Love.
Tell us about it, Jen.
Death of Doctor Strange, Bloodstone. This is from... Was this year or last year?
This year, right? This year.
Yeah, this year.
Yeah, this year.
On the left, and then on the right is Maria Wolf. She's from Chicago.
Yeah.
And there's another reason why this is a key, but that's the next slide.
Do you want me to spoil it? Because I'll spoil it.
You can spoil it.
All right. So this is the first appearance of Lira Bloodstone. This is Elsa's half sister, and good old Ulysses. She lived in Great Britain about 10,000 years ago, and so he decided to sacrifice his daughter so he could get power. And so what happened was when Doctor Strange died, she was able to come back from the dimension that her lovely dad Ulysses Bloodstone threw her in to be sacrificed.
That's so fun.
Yep. Dad of the year, Ulysses Bloodstone.
And we're seeing both of these go for around near mint, $9. And like for 9.8, they're still pretty like affordable, about like $50, $32. I feel like if you really like this character, both of the artworks on these covers are stunning, and to have them like graded would be really cool, like wall art.
That's the next slide. Metal face.
We're getting there. He knows. Lucy, you're muted.
Oh, sorry. I love not David's cover. It's beautiful. Well, I love both of them. They're both really cool. I really like them, and I don't have the one on the right, and I want it now, so I need to look for it.
I'm so biased when it comes to Nakayama stuff. I really think that his artwork is so well done that I can't name a single cover where I prefer the trade dress over it being virgin. I think that his work needs to be on a blank canvas, so to speak. And I got to meet him in New York.
He's so sweet.
He's a
like
really
the
cool
nicest
dude.
person.
He's very humble considering like this level of celebrity in the comic book world. It's like he doesn't know what a big deal he is. And so he's like, hey, Mr. Bird City, how's it going? I'm like, I'm like, okay. Anyway. But he was just so casual. He's like, oh, are you all right there? And I'm like, I'm good.
Happy birthday. It's his 50th birthday, Adam. I hope you're having a great birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
There is a version of this, but I think it's a store exclusive second print.
That's usually how they do these. Like Unknown has Nakayama just wrapped around. I'm gonna get him though. I'm gonna get him here soon. It's gonna happen. I got him once. I can get him again. And now that I've met him, I'm like, hey, David. Anyway, next slide. This is what you guys were talking about. Go ahead, Jen.
Okay, so normally I like to do things when they came out, but then it didn't make much sense to have the Avengers one in the middle and then the sister. So, okay, like the last slide or second to last slide. But so this is Avengers Academy #1 from 2012. It's the first appearance of Colin Bloodstone. On the right-hand side, it's just the 1:10 ratio of the death of Doctor Strange, Bloodstone #1. There is a second print of this that still goes for around $5. So if you want to spend $5, get the second print. But be very careful when you buy it and make sure you look for the second print. Don't pay first print prices for a second.
And how would they know it's a second print, Jen?
Should say right on it.
Or on the barcode?
On the barcode, yeah. Oh, and it's, how do you say his name? Ig?
Ig.
Gura?
Yeah, sounds good. Yeah. We're going with it. All right, Sarah, you're up.
Yeah. So Jen actually told me about the Avengers Academy #1, and I picked it up. So yay!
For how much?
$2.
Oh,
that's awesome.
Good job.
Yeah, that's right. Bargain hunting. And this is really cool because that is Avengers Academy. Like Jen said, this is the first appearance of Cullen Bloodstone. Again, I have a very sad story to tell. Ulysses actually threw, when he was 10 years old, threw Cullen into another dimension for like to kind of tough him up for 24 hours. Unfortunately, Ulysses had died. So he actually stayed in this dimension for about 2 years. He came out with a demon soul, and Elsa was there as the big sister and gave him a gem ring that has a sliver of the bloodstone, so he can keep the demon at bay. So another wonderful story of Ulysses taking care of his children.
Father of the Year.
This Avengers Arena is really cool. I have one of the Avengers Arenas, Murder World, but it has X-23 on it. I forget which issue it is, but now I want this one. And we're seeing the Avengers Arena go for about $12 last recorded sale. If you can get it like Sarah for about like $2, definitely swipe it. And then the Doctor Strange Bloodstone ratio, someone definitely got a steal. I think it's like a 9.4 for $26, which is awesome considering like a 9.8 goes for about $100, and we're seeing a near mint for going for $47 raw. I really love the design covers. This is really pretty.
Yeah, I love both of them, and obviously, I really want Arena, Avengers Arena, especially after we have Hopeless on the show. Remember, we had him, and we
Yeah.
talked about this cover.
He was really cool.
Yeah, and then Metal Face, like we talked about that it was the Battle Royale, and he talked about this Hopeless when we had him on the show. So now I really want to read this. I need to find it. But yeah, I like both of them. I really like the one on the right too. I like so something that I need to go and look for. I think I need to watch all our shows and say and then find out everything that I said that I want.
Seriously, I feel like after this one, I'm going to be like, I
forget.
need that Deadpool cover. I need the Avengers Arena.
I think Sarah and I were that way with the Frozen show we did. We're like, we want everything on this list. That's definitely. Have you guys ever watched Raising Hope? Have you ever heard of it?
I've heard of it.
Which
It
one?
got,
Yeah.
Raising Hope. It got
Oh my
canceled.
god, we love that
Do you
show.
remember the episode where she has like a family photo like this, and she's as they
Yes.
all die, she's crossing.
Oh,
out the
yes.
X's? I thought that was so funny, and that's what this cover reminds me of. Like she's just like, I'm gonna last till the end.
The grandma, she's hilarious.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
which
grandma's
she passed away now. R.I.P. to her. But yes, she's
Yeah.
hilarious.
very cool. All right, moving on.
Oh, actually, by the way, them two, they have another show together. The dads of the guy who the parents, they have a show together. I need to look. I can't remember the name of it, but I know they have a show together again, and it's a
Send
comedy.
it to me because it was so funny. I like shows that make me laugh. All right, so we like to end the list on stuff that's coming up. So Jen, what did you choose here?
So the one on the left is a trade. It just came out last week.
Yeah.
It's Bloodstone, Legion of Monsters, and it's just a reprint of a bunch of things that's both Ulysses and of Elsa. If you're curious, it's a good pickup trade, or you just go to your local library and request this just came out. Can you please order this for the library? And then read it for free. And then Crypt of Shadows. Cannot get here soon enough, but these are the two covers that have Elsa on it. And that comes up soon.
And she's a redhead too on this.
Yeah, I'm excited for this one.
Blah blah. I'm gonna do a store exclusive and make her blonde just for you, Sarah. Like
See you like coloring in her hair, like in all those copies.
Uh-huh.
I gotcha. No, I'm excited too. I love now that we've kind of gotten deep dive into like Man-Thing and Moon Knight and now Elsa. You know, I'm really looking forward to actually reading all these comics. So I'm excited.
Do you think they're gonna ever put Lira in Strange Academy?
Ooh.
She's I know that she's the older sister, but then she came back at that age. She came back at
How would that fit in?
well, because when she came back, she can absorb magical artifacts, energies.
Right.
So I know they're doing that Strange Academy finals is coming out. Did it come out yet? It's coming out soon, or it came out.
I mean, I guess it's always a possibility if they can find a way to weave that storyline in that makes sense.
True.
You know, it has to make sense to me if they're going to do that. I don't like when they drop characters just for the hell of it.
Yeah.
And you lose the substance of the story. Kind of like what Haley was saying earlier about what was that book, Marvel Zombies, that you didn't like because the story lacked the depth maybe of the previous issues.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. And it had a lot of just problematic writing in it, but
You're all grammatical error.
But yeah, they're just there wasn't a lot of depth to it. It was definitely, yeah, it was Marvel Zombies Resurrection though. So good.
Are you looking forward to these?
I'm looking forward to the Crypt of Shadows. I mean, that's what I'm definitely going to be picking up. I don't know that Bloodstone and the Legion of Monsters is something that I would. My pull list is just so long. That's just really what it is. I need to
Have
be.
you seen Legion of Monsters, the movie?
Mm-mm.
Oh. Never mind then. Have you
Come
seen
on,
Home
Laura.
Alone
You know
yet?
I don't watch anything, huh?
You have to watch Home Alone by December 31st of this year. If you don't watch it,
What's going to happen?
I'm gonna show up at your door and be like, "Sit down. We're watching."
I'm
it together."
definitely not going to watch it. If I get to have you show up at my door and be like, absolutely not.
I'm showing up in Chicago. Oh, never mind. I'll talk to you about it afterwards. Lucy, are you excited?
For Crypt of Shadows. Yeah, I can't wait.
What? Who's banging in the background?
Mariah.
What is she banging
I'm so
on?
tired.
Hold
Out
anything.
of her little thing. Yeah, she has little toys. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Let's keep going. That was it, actually. So there you go. That was our cue. She was like, show over. If you guys haven't already, please check out Cover Price. I just heard that they are teaming up with CLZ, which is a huge thing. It's kind of nice to have those two resources kind of combined powers. Use code Nirvana14 for 30 days of unlimited membership for 99 cents. Also on Saturday, Lords of the Long Box are doing an auction. They're doing a giveaway for 6 months membership. Even if you already have one, they'll just tack it on to your current, so you get the 6 months for free.
Nice.
So definitely tune in on Saturday for them. Bird City Comics, we just launched. What did we launch, Haley?
The Coco Aspen Vampirilla versus Red Sonja #1.
There you go.
And it's beautiful.
It is beautiful. They are such an amazing team, and the lighting and the sketch.
Coco Aspen and Sonja together.
It's perfect. Good stuff. At the beginning of the show, we were running low on medals. I don't know where we're at right now.
And we were running low on the exclusives, like the actual regular one. So I can't say that they're still there, but maybe I would go check.
If they're still there, use code Nerdvana and you get 10% off. So that's a plus. Let's go down around the circle real quick. We'll start with Jen. Anything that you want to say before we go?
Thank you all for watching. Really appreciate it. And I missed you guys. Being without signal for 3 days was tough, but also nice.
I missed you too. I would have preferred for you to be in New York with me.
Next year.
We're gonna talk about New York on Friday. I know a lot of people, for anybody that's been messaging me and I'm not responding, that's kind of why. We're gonna talk about it on Friday. So just tune in for Friday's show. Sarah, what about you?
Right, Sarah, we're gonna go next year?
Yes. Yeah.
And me.
And
all three of us.
And then maybe Lucy?
Yeah.
Just kidding. Maybe we'll see.
Yeah, go to your library, pick up trades, catch us on like the rewind. There's a lot of great stuff that we've talked about the past weeks. I'll give you one more sad Ulysses story because we forgot to talk about the mom, right? The mom doesn't really have a lot of story, but
yeah, we didn't mention that Bloodstone #1.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's very brief though, but so Ulysses is treating his children horribly. She's like, I'm done with you. He's like, you know what? Like, you're gonna get committed. So he commits his wife. Father of the Year. That's my last.
They did a lot back in the day. If you acted up, they just thought you were insane.
Well, I mean, like, I just don't understand this man. Is it like because he's caveman, or is he just like, I don't understand what you're doing to your children. But yeah, watch our show on Friday. Thank you guys all for coming. Happy Tuesday.
Before we go to Haley, that was perfect, Sarah. Before we go to Haley, so comics are great. He introduced me to David. He's like, "This is Linda," and I'm all, "Linda." Linda. And I'm like, awesome. I go, "Okay, Antoine, I'm going to introduce you as Antoine from now on." So Antoine from Comics Are Great. I got to meet him in person. Real name Anthony, but we're going to call him Antoine, and I'm apparently a Linda. Awesome. Haley, what do you have coming up?
Well, tomorrow I am dropping, after like over a month, a new YouTube video, and it will be my second in my Chicago Comics Shop series. And I interviewed the owners of Zombie Unicorn Comics, and they're so awesome. And so I'll be dropping that tomorrow, which I'm excited about.
Perfect. That's very cool. Lucy, what did you just put up? Shout out to you.
Huh?
What was the comment you just put up? Shout out to Britt.
Oh yes. Sorry, they're right here. Shout out to Britt, the best.
I felt really bad because it was 22 comics in 15 slides, and she's like, "Well, technically it's 17 because you did the interior one and then the upcoming." I'm like, "Yes."
Sorry, Britt, but we love you. Lucy, what do you have coming up? Any shows?
Okay, yeah, that Saturday I have my scary stories. We kind of skipped last weekend, but not kind of, we did. But we're having that this Saturday at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on my channel. So if you haven't followed me, Mirai she said we got some scary ones, some scary stories.
Well, there you have it. So I'm at Mrs. Bird City. We got at Comic Aficionado, at She Geek 78, at Shy Comic Girl, which I'm one of those morons. I thought it was She Comic Girl.
It's
Girl,
shy.
Laura, Chicago. And at Mama Comics. Make sure you're following all of us. We appreciate you guys so much for coming out tonight. We will be back on Friday with a new topic, some games, and we will talk a little bit about my feelings on NYCC. We try to keep this show as positive as possible. A little spoiler, it might be a little bit of negativity on Friday. So,
Well, maybe like a little talk about con etiquette.
You will talk about your experience, and then we will try to be the positive side of it.
perfect.
Especially Jen.
Yes, Jen will make every like negative thing that I say. If I say anything negative, she'll spin it so it'll be positive.
It's just, I think maybe people, it's been a while for some people, haven't gone to maybe small cons, so their con etiquette maybe is
Con
missing
etiquette.
or forgotten. So
Yes, very good. So
Mother truckers act right.
that's going to be our description for Friday's show. All right, thank you guys again. We'll see you on Friday.